I can't use these words. This is going to be challenging. It's going to be limiting. I mean, hey, I like a challenge. That's why I named my business Chastity's Chess Challenge. But this creative writing challenge is going to be more challenging than winning a game of chess. So, but you know what? That's not enough for me. Not only do I want to write this story and get a good grade on it, I also have to turn it into a thing about chess. So I'm placing an additional challenge on myself about that. And 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 see, I was required to write a sentence or two saying that you understand the above essay will not use thought verbs in any of your creative writing assignments in this class. So I will probably fail. I will probably fail just because of the fact that not using thought verbs is going to be hard. And so I tried to write my statement. I said I have never written anything in my entire life that did not make use of these thought verbs. It seems impossible to write a story that does not include them at all. You must teach me the ancient ways, Jedi Master. That's what I said, because I couldn't say that I understood it because I would be using a thought verb. So even in my response, when I marked this completed, I had to I had to choose my words. I was being very careful. Now, when I speak, I'm not careful. When I speak, I just talk like I always do. But this is creative writing, so I have to write it the way the professor says, as if I want to get some kind of passing grade. So this is really challenging. Okay, so while I'm at it, I'm going to show you the new app I've been using. So there's my OBS Studio. We're going to close OBS Studio, and here's my Windows 11 desktop. See, I have my chess programs. I've got Winboard. I've got Lieground. I have some export quick batch file links. I have Shredder. Shredder is actually a professional chess program. I plan to make videos showing all these things. And see, this is just a picture. This is my desktop background, this picture I have in the center here. I thought, why not? I designed this image. I didn't design the pieces; those already existed as open source projects. I actually got those files from Lightground because I have that installed. But here's the thing: it's just the perfect desktop image to include in the center of my screen for my chess streams, because this is still a chess stream. Just because I'm not playing chess in this particular stream, at least not until I've written my 600 word story, doesn't mean that I am not going to um, and be having chess content. So I want to make that clear. So here's the thing. So I hope my chess followers will still enjoy this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the search bar here and Simple Note. Okay, so here's Simple Note. Simple Note is this program that I installed. I have it on my phone and on my computer here. So this is Simple Note. This is an application. So you go to help. We can do about Simple Note. They have a website. They have a Twitter account, and it's made by Automatic, which is the same company that makes WordPress. So you see here this essay about not using thought verbs. I copied and pasted this into a note here. So you see, I was trying to do some budgeting and early. Okay, also for a previous assignment today, I want to show you this. You see this? No, you see how I have the pound sign here. You see how I have asterisks here. Notice those things. Well, I want to show you something. When I click the eyeball here, see that? You see how it does that? How it then shows in bold and italics the question that I'm supposed to answer, and then it has bigger text for the title of the books pages that I had to read. There's an actual book I had to read these stories, and I had to answer those questions. So I completed that assignment, and I did the entire thing using the Simple Note app. So this is kind of like an advertisement for Simple Note, except you don't buy Simple Note. It's a free open source program available on Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, and Android. So here's the idea is it supports Markdown. Notice that Markdown is selected. So here's the thing is when you have Markdown selected, you can switch between plain text mode and Markdown preview. So basically this is just view mode, but then this is edit mode. So that's what I did is I used Markdown. Markdown is a markup language, kind of like HTML. Instead of hypertext markup language, it's just called Markdown. It's a very simple language for creating web pages without the pain of writing HTML. So I used the Simple Note app to complete an assignment. And also, this is like when you first install this, it has this. Welcome to Simple Note. Simple Note is an easy way to take notes, create to-do lists, capture ideas, and more. Open it, jot down some thoughts, and you're done. Since Simple Note will sync across your devices for free, your notes are with you at all times. So when I type something and I create a note or I edit a note, and then if I want to look it up on my phone, I just open the app and then everything I've written, like this is a note I made in the iOS app. So I did this on my phone. This one was in the Safari browser on my phone because they have a web interface too. But I went ahead and installed the official app because I feel like that's the best experience. Now, I kind of wish there was a way to customize the look of the like the text here, the way it is. In fact, there might be. I mean, there might. Oh look, preferences, preferences. Yeah, display, note display, comfy, condensed, expanded, line length, narrow, full. So you can sort of choose these things. Let me change some settings. Oh, look, note display, comfy, condensed, expanded. Okay. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. You can have comfy, and okay, that shows like the first two lines basically. Condensed just shows the first line. Expanded shows much more detail of what is there. Let's go back to comfy and let's look at. Oh, look at that. You have narrow. Okay, so there's narrow and then there's full. Okay, yeah, the fact it's middle of line like that is kind of weird. So let's go to full. Yeah, okay, that's really cool. You can have a theme. There's system, there's light, and there's dark. Oh, you can have a dark theme. Yeah, this is cool. You can have a dark theme if you want, or light. I'll just go back to system. Now, what's this? Menu bar. When set to auto hide, press the Alt key to toggle. Okay, let's see. Alt. Wait, actually, let me go back to preferences. I want to go back to. Yeah, when set to auto hide, yeah, menu bar, interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure because I have not explored this program very much. Let's see, tools. Oh, import notes. Some okay. Accept the file formats. Simple note, JSON, text, TXT, MD, and Evernote. So there's different formats you can import those files and into the program that way. You can export and you can export all of your notes. So you can export all of your notes that you've ever written in the program into a zip file that you could just upload to a file storage service or something. That's actually really, really cool. Um, yeah, that's actually super cool if you think about it. So, yeah, I mean this program is really cool. Okay, so here is Matthew 6:19 through 23. That's the Bible verse. And this is something I had written. It was the prayer of Saint Chastity. It was a thing I wrote and I posted on my blog too. But see, this app is cool. I can just write things. I can start writing it on my phone and continue on my computer because I'm like hardly ever home. I am home tonight and I'm working on school. Anyway, to the school assignment. I can't use these thought verbs. We're going to start a new note. I have to write a 600-word story. So here's the thing. I'm just going to start writing. Okay. And I need a really good opening. Let me look. Well, okay, actually, let me see here. Actually, it looks like I um I already closed the assignment, but I still remember, but I can't write remember, but I do remember. Okay, I remember that my first sentence of it has to be really good. It has to be, you know, it has to set the stage for the rest of the for the rest of the story. And this is a 600-word story. It's going to be a short story, but I have to have my opening line, and it can't be dialogue either. It has to be something that happened, an action, something strong. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking right now. Um, I'm gonna be using my old name because this is what happened in the past. I'm just gonna write it and then I'll have to explain later. Okay. Chandler touch touched the let's see, touch the light squared bishop and moved it over to look. Actually, I need to look at my chessboard. Okay, I need to look at my desktop here because in I know exactly where this is happening. Okay, so the knight will be here and the bishop is going here. So the bishop is on the bishop is on F1. Yes, the F1 to B5. F1 to B5. Okay. From F1 to B5. Okay. On on the F1 square and and moved it to B5. Okay. Hank's black knight was pinned and could not be moved because it would be an illegal move in the game of chess to put the king in check. That was exactly why Chast not I am Chastity, but back then I was Chandler. Chandler moved the bishop. Actually, I don't even need that. I can do this with fewer words. Okay, that was exactly why Chandler moved the bishop. Chandler moved the bishop to with in order to capture the knight because if the knight okay, because yeah, cannot move, then there is nothing to prevent him from sacrificing the bishop to capture it. Hank moved his bishop be. Let's see the okay. Yeah, let's see here. Let's look here. Yeah, so here okay, the bishop would be okay. So the knight was here. So the knight would have been on c6. Yes, okay. Yes, so that's right. Yeah, Hank's Black Knight on c6 was pinned and could not be moved because it would be an illegal move in the game of chess to put the king in check. Okay, Hank behind the knight. Yeah, so his bishop would have been on, yeah, bishop on c8. So c8 behind the knight to d7. He could have moved the knight on his next turn if not for the fact that Chandler captured it on his turn. Chandler's strategy of destroying the the enemy knights even at the cost of the bishop was set in stone even back in, let's see, what year was this? It had to be sometime between 2008 and 2012. Well, or it could have been in 2012. It would have been 2010. I know what happened that year. 2010. The trade was almost always worth it because the knight was Chandler's favorite weapon in chess for destroying the queen. Chess players often disagreed on, well, I don't even need to go into that. I don't even need to go because then I'm talking about what chess players think, and I'm not going to do that. This is harder than I thought. Hank's only logical move was to capture the bishop after it captured the knight. With, let's see, which pawn would it have been? Wait, no, it couldn't have been, it could not have been this pawn because this is where the bishop was on the d7 square in front of the queen. Okay, so it had to have been the b7. Okay, so yeah. Okay, oh no, why did I say d4? It's d7 where the bishop was. So there's no pawn there. So it had to be b7. So there would have been a pawn on b7 that actually did the capturing there. Okay. Is b7 pawn. Two in a row. Two in a row, said Jerry as he watched. As he watched Hank and Chandler play at the Gamber Center. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know, said Hank. It had this had happened. This same series of moves was common in the games Chandler played with the seniors. The senior, the senior, yeah, the seniors at the Gamber Center. Chandler and Rocco were the only young people to join these old men who could not walk well, nor could Hank hear until and nor could Hank hear uh, until someone spoke loudly enough, for he was nearly deaf, even with his hearing aid. These forgotten men were war veterans. Hank and Jerry were both war veterans who had served in the army in their younger days before they met Chandler and told him their stories. Stories were all these men had left in their old age. Their experience in chess and their stories from years ago where all these men had left in their old age. Chandler listened to them because it was it was always worth hearing the same annoying stories if it meant he had someone to play chess with. As time passed, Chandler won more often than anyone else in the group. Not Let's see, how many words do I have? Okay, I only have, oh, Oh, I have 335 words. I have 335 words. Oh my God. And I haven't even gotten to the part that's about my, oh my God. Okay, so okay. Oh man. Okay, this is gonna make a great story. I wonder if I can tie this into. I need to go back to my school page because I need to show you. I need to show you my school stuff here. I need to show you the conversation I had with my professor. Actually, let me go back to here. So here's the thing. The 6-word story assignment, examples of other students, like there had to be an image and you had to overlay a text, 6 words to tell a story. His purchased his purchased virtual happiness went offline. You know, an example, I couldn't save everyone from him. He's ready to go. I'm not. You know, I don't want to be alone. He couldn't remember his way home. You know, cross the threshold or go home. We were never meant to stay. And so my okay, so my first submission for my 6-word story was this. I will teach them to understand. This was what I had. I had a chessboard pattern overlaid on top of the progress flag. And this is a nice image. And I said, I will teach them to understand. See, I thought it was good. I came up with 6 words, and I had intention here. So anyway, but here's the thing. So the professor said we had talked about tech support, but he said in your 6-word story, what's the obstacle? Because there has to be there has to be a character, and they have to have a want. You know, who is the character in the story? What does the character want to happen? What obstacle is stopping the character from achieving his, her, their want? Okay, so he didn't really think I had much of an obstacle, and so the professor, you know, he kind of made me redo this, and I said to the professor here, the obstacle is the misunderstandings and prejudice people have about me and others like me. Therefore, the want is to overcome this obstacle and teach them to understand by any means necessary. The chessboard pattern and the progress flag each have a meaning as well. The progress flag, which is the base background, is the symbol of the LGBTQIA people who are misunderstood. The chessboard is the symbol of my unique autistic mind and the game of patterns and geometry that gives me the power to overcome my obstacles. The combined meaning of this is that I will use my gifts to teach people to understand chess while at the same time teaching them to understand me as a transgender person. And he said, I don't think your obstacle is clear in the 6 words. And I'm like, I couldn't really think of how to express it in 6 words, but I was hoping the symbolism would at least give people the option to guess at the meaning, just like they did with the guy holding the lantern in the example used in the lecture. Perhaps there are some who recognize the pictures well enough, though the checkerboard on top of the progress flag is my kind of my unique spin that I've never seen anyone do before. In case it helps, this is the original progress flag that I designed in Inkscape based on looking at real flags. As I said during Zoom, the image, art, photo can't answer any of the story questions. The character one obstacle must all be in the 6 words. That's the challenge. That's why this assignment is worth 15% of your grade. Okay, so this he did he man, this professor does challenge people. I guess I need to think of something totally different for the words. So yeah. Okay, so I this is what I had sent him. We will overcome prejudice with pride. This works, but it seems more like a motivational poster slogan uh, than more than a story with a character one obstacle. Write a 600-word inspired by this prompt. Here are some instructions. Write flash fiction through the lens of a camera, one location, 2 characters. Avoid summary, snappy dialogue. Avoid filtering, avoid thought verbs. Write scenes. Oh, this is hard. I'm gonna okay. I'm gonna do what the professor said in that video. And yeah, like I said, it'll be one of the most difficult things I ever did. Okay, so here's the thing. Just like the professor said in the video, you may have to write your 750 words, and then you may have to proofread it. You may have to get rid of excess words because I'm going to have to write the story, and then I'm going to have to remove extra words that that don't really add to it. And I'll keep a backup of the full thing. I will, but I'm going to make a separate copy in order to to have it within the 600 words for the assignment. Okay, so I'm just gonna write, but I'm gonna still avoid the thought verbs as I write. But I'm not gonna worry about the word count. I'll deal with that later. Um, Rocco was Chandler's main rival. Wait, why did I capitalize rival? Okay, rival. Because they were both young men who enjoyed the game of chess and had their whole lives ahead of them to improve. Life moved on, and Chandler started working at Hy-Vee. He had less time to play with the seniors, but occasionally still did. The day eventually came when Hank and Jerry were no more. Chandler assumed that they had died when he stopped hearing from them and had no way to even contact them anymore. Okay. Chandler stopped playing chess for many years without any friends to play with. It was not the same now that his favorite men to play with were dead or beyond contact. Until one fateful day that he got an email from years later. Much had changed. Chandler had become Chastity, White Rose, and was playing a lot of Tetris and working on and was a student and working on and taking college courses in the game business and esports science program with Full Sail University. She did not have many friends and had become somewhat obsessive and perfectionistic about school. Chastity had a point to prove to the world that she was still the intelligent mind they always knew, even though she was transgender. The prejudice of society. The prejudice of society made it hard to find employment and was the primary and what yeah was the reason Chastity enrolled in school to earn a degree. She was on her computer doing schoolwork and checking email. She got an email from chess.com where she had an account that had been created in 2010 and then forgotten. Okay, I'm gonna do abandoned because I don't even think I'm supposed to say forgotten. I don't think I'm allowed to use that word for this. And then abandoned. She found the she guessed the username. Yeah, okay, she guessed the yeah, wait, no, it guessed the password for her account and logged into this old account. She found messages from years ago, including her friend Rocco, who used to also play with the the seniors. Let's see here. I wonder how many words I'm at right now. Oh, look at that. Yeah, let's do focus mode. Let's see. How many words? Oh, I'm already at 6 in a row. I'm definitely gonna trim it down after this. Wait, I don't even need to say this. She she logged into her account and found messages from years ago. Chastity did a search of the website for the word transgender and found a most unusual article. Okay, yeah, okay. First of all, I know I'm going to be revising this. I'm totally going to be revising this, but I think what I'm going to do is I am going to, okay, I think I will, I'm going to have multiple copies of this. What we're going to do is I think I will make a, okay, let's see here. I'm going to do 600 word story. I meant to do 600, not 66. 600. So I'm just going to have text files of multiple drafts of this, just so that it'll be easy to go back to previous editions, because everything is auto-saved by Simple Notes. That's the thing, is I don't want something, if I need to revert changes, I don't want everything auto-saved necessarily. So I will make text file. Okay, draft one. Okay, so draft one of the 600 word story. Okay. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I need to get on the web browser. Also, let's check, let's see if there's any comments on this stream. Oh, hey. Hey, boo, I don't like this professor. Oh, hey, Gracie, thanks for joining me. Yeah, thank you for so much for joining me. I wasn't looking at the chat messages because I was so focused on writing the story. But yeah, you're right. This professor is like really, really strict. This professor is so strict, and so it's just it's wild. Um, so he doesn't get it. I feel like can I just say, okay, I feel like if this professor knew the symbolism of the progress flag, he would probably have gotten the meaning in my original submission and my words. He probably would have gotten it, but he's ignorant. He's like ignorant. And what can he say? He's in Florida. The campus is in Florida. It's probably getting blown away as we speak too, because there's hurricanes in Florida. So yeah, but that's the thing. Yeah, this professor is he's strict, but I'm trying to do it. Yeah. Anyway, so here's the thing is I'm going to find the article on chess.com. And also, Gracie, I'm glad you're watching. Let's see. It was not too long ago she sent that. Okay. Um, let's see. Now, notice that I have links to LiveChess and LiveShogi.org, but I don't even have chess.com on my link tree. That's because it's not my go-to site. I promote LiveChess as the good site. Actually, I'm going to go there. I'm going to go see. This is my profile on LiveChess.org. So I figured I would show you this because I have a profile on livechess.org. This is where I play chess. This is the website I visit, and I make my moves. My correspondence games. So you've seen me play a lot of chess on this site. But the site that I'm mentioning in this particular story is chess.com. And so I have to go to chess.com for a specific reason because it relates to the story. Now, actually, let me show you something. I want to show you something. Yeah. Oh yeah. See this? See how crazy this is? I haven't played on this site in years, but I figured out how to get into my account finally. Yeah. So I want to show you something. I want to let's see here. I need to go to my game history. Let me see here. I'm gonna go to profile. Wait, that's my settings. I want to okay, I want to see my profile here because current games Rocco. Here's what I want to show you for the stream because this is relevant. This is my friend Rocco. We're gonna go to Rocco. Rocco is the man mentioned in this story. Rocco Shearer is his name, and we have 4 games going on currently. Rocco and I still play chess. Now look at the statistics here. I have beat him 68 times. He beat me 5 times, and we had a draw once. So let's just say that I usually beat Rocco. I beat Rocco. We used to play in person at the Gambler Center, but I've been winning a lot more lately. Um, so it's crazy. He's done some puzzles and stuff like that. And so we send each other challenges and we still play a lot of chess, you know? So it's just crazy how that is. How wild, I mean, how wild is this? So anyway, so yeah, that's Rocco, but I actually want to show you. I'm going to search for the oh, look at this. Look at this, guys. It still has all of my previous searches. Transgender. It's still there. Okay, it has usernames. Transgender, vegan, let's see. But all results for transgender. Because this is exactly what I'm talking about in my story. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a lot of cool stuff. Oh, wow. Hey, okay, I want to read this later. Chess is for everyone. Yeah, okay, yeah. This is actually pretty good. But anyway, this is what I found. This is the actual article that was mentioned in my story that I'm writing tonight, what I've been writing. This is the actual article mentioned. Okay. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to this is extremely important. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to add this to my Simple Note app. I'm going to make a brand new, we're going to make a new note. Yeah, there, okay, so there's the link. Yeah, so there, okay, so there's the link. And then the title, yeah, the title was, this was the title, FIDE, I called it FIDE, it's pronounced FIDE, it's French. FIDE publishes controversial new transgender policy. So, I'm gonna mention, yeah, I found a most unusual article titled FIDE publishes controversial new transgender policy. Okay, so yeah, so here's the thing. This is extremely important. This is extremely important, guys. If you're a chess player, I feel like this is something essential news. If you are transgender or you are a chess player, you need to be aware of this. Now, Gracie, first of all, Gracie, are you still watching? Yeah, I don't know if Gracie's still watching. I hope she is. Also, my friend Gracie is also transgender, which is actually super cool and super relevant to this stream because that's what I'm going to be reading about. Oh yeah, you're there. Yeah, she said LOL. So I see. She said LOL. That's perfect. Yeah. So here's the thing. So I do have an account on chess.com. Um, but let me see if I can make this text any bigger. Okay. Okay. FIDE has come under heavy criticism after publishing a new policy that states that transgender women are banned from taking part in official female-only events until the Federation conducts further analysis that can last up to 2 years. The chess governing body said in a excuse me, I'm still sick. Said in a new policy on transgender chess players published on Monday and taking effect on August 21 that an increasing amount of recognition requests have been received from players who identify themselves as transgender. Change of gender is a change that has a significant impact on a player's status and future eligibility to tournaments. Therefore, it can only be made if there is a relevant proof of the change provided. Players will have to provide documentation that the gender change complies with national laws and regulations through their own federation. It then has to be confirmed in writing that the player is familiar with the restrictions established by these regulations and undertakes to comply with them. FIDE says that the participation of transgender women in female-only events would then depend on further analysis in a process that can take up to 2 years. No restrictions are made for a player who has changed gender and wants to play in open events. So open events where men and women play in the same tournament. I mean, that's fine. That's what I would join too, assuming I was good enough to play with those high-level people. Let's see here. The regulations also state that if a title woman changes their gender to male, their women's titles will be abolished. If a title man changes their gender, all previous titles remain eligible. Huh. What? I'm not getting this. Yeah. Let me read this again. Regulations also state that if a title woman changes their gender to male, their women's titles will be abolished. If a title man changes their gender, all previous titles remain eligible. So maybe I'll come back to that later because I'm still confused. But they state FIDE recognizes that this is an evolving issue for chess and that besides technical regulations on transgender regulations, further policy may need to be evolved in the future in line with research evidence. The new policy has drawn worldwide media attention and sparked furious reactions on social media. Two-time U.S. Women's Champion WGM Jennifer Shahade called it ridiculous and dangerous in a statement provided to chess.com. FIDE's transgender policy is ridiculous and dangerous. It's obvious they didn't consult with any transgender players in constructing it. It's also sinister timing that this comes out just as chess is finally reckoning with sexual assault and harassment in chess, highlighting the links between misogyny and transphobia. I strongly urge FIDE to reverse course on this and start from scratch with better consultants. Another reaction came from female master Yosha Iglesias. I follow them on Twitter. Who went through a transition process in 2021 and is currently playing in the French Women's Championship. In a series of posts on X Twitter, she raises serious questions about the regulations, pointing out that a transgender girl who has gone through a transition and legally changed her gender would no longer be authorized to do the same. The new regulations will make trans chess players all over the world face a horrible dilemma: transition or quit chess. This appalling situation will lead to depression and suicide attempts. She received support from the National Center for Transgender Equality, a US-based advocacy group. Really? Chess? This is so insulting to cis women, to trans women, and to the game itself. It assumes that a cis woman couldn't be competitive against cis men and relies on ignorant anti-trans ideas. So, and it's quoting Yosha. She said, "So FIDE just published yesterday in a list of anti-trans regulation, like it was the biggest threat of women in chess. Can someone tell me what qualifies as an official FIDE event? Will I be allowed to play in the French Championship in 3 days? The European Club Cup in September?" And so it has images there. And so, okay. FIDE states that while they won't discuss a player's gender change publicly, they hold the right to inform the organizers and other relevant parties on the gender change. The regulations state FIDE has the right to make an appropriate mark in the player's database and or use other measures to inform organizers on a player being a transgender. Being a transgender so that to prevent them from possible illegitimate enrollments in tournaments. Oh, so okay, so they reserve the right to tell people that are transgender uh, in those tournaments so that they won't allow the transgender people to play in those tournaments. Okay, Iglesias thinks the policy would face legal difficulties in many countries. You can't just collect the ID, passport, or birth certificate of a targeted group of people. No cis person has to present their ID to get a license and play chess. The German Chess Federation agreed with Iglesias and said in a statement that they guarantee that trans women will be allowed to participate in German tournaments for women. We have serious concerns that these new FIDE rules are compatible with the legal situations in several countries. If a person is legally recognized as a woman, it is incomprehensible to us what FIDE still wants to check and why it needs 2 years for this, as stipulated in the new rules. Policy has also been heavily debated by trans activists on Twitter in the last few days. LGBT rights Katie Montgomery posted a long thread that received millions of views. If in banning trans women from chess, the insane anti-trans lobby has fully revealed their hand. They don't just believe that sex is a non-material, immutable binary. They also think that women are intellectually inferior, which is what we've been saying they believe from the start. Yeah, the International Chess Governing Body has introduced new regs that, among other things, essentially ban trans women from FIDE-sanctioned women's tournaments and jeopardize the safety of all trans chess players. It wasn't widely reported until yesterday. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of comments. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of comments. There's a lot of stuff here. Yeah, like, for example, the presence of transgender athletes has been a controversial issue in sports for years. World Aquatics recently implemented, yeah, World Aquatics recently implemented a new open category which will welcome swimmers of all sex and gender identities, after having restricted most transgender athletes from competing in elite women's aquatics competitions. Okay, the International Cycling Union last month ruled that female transgender athletes who transitioned after male puberty will not be able to compete in women's races, according to The Guardian. With popular streamer Jules Gambit pointed out that the same physical element, the main argument which is used for presenting transgender women from competing in female-only events, is not present in chess. Isn't FIDE's decision to ban trans people from all women's chess events because they have an unfair advantage just another way of saying men have a biological advantage over women in chess? FIDE has yet to respond to criticism of the new policy. So this is the guy who wrote this article. He's a Norwegian chess journalist who worked for some of the country's biggest media outlets and appeared on several national TV broadcasts. In 2020, he was hired by Chess24 to cover chess news, eventually moving to Chess.com as a full-time chess journalist. He is also known for his extensive coverage of chess news on his Twitter account. Oh, so it has a link to his account, and it has more articles by him. Oh, well, look, Tar J, whatever, however you say your name, thank you for writing this beautiful article. Because this is important information. The transgender people need to know this. The chess players of the world need to know this. I'm gonna go to his Twitter account. See, this is important stuff. I'm gonna follow this. Dude, I wanna can I send him a message? Okay, yeah. Yes. Okay. I read your entire article on chess.com. FIDE publishes trans controversial new transgender policy. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for providing this relevant information for people like me. I was reading it just now as part of my Twitch stream because I am working on a related school assignment. It was extremely well written, and I can't thank you enough. So that's what I said to the journalist. Because, yeah, his work is much appreciated. Yeah, anyway, so basically though, so that's the crazy part of it. Wow. Yeah, we have some comments from Gracie. Hey, boo, I don't like this professor. Yeah, I read that earlier. Oh my god, duh. 21st century. I can't believe we're going through this all over again. Chilling effects. I know, Gracie. It's absolutely insane. It's like totally insane because, okay, so here's the thing. They're basically saying that men are smarter than women, that men are better at chess than women. And there are people who believe this. I actually did a school assignment based on an argument between two fictional characters about that. Now, there are part of the reason some people cite the fact that there's more male chess players in the world, in worldwide, like overall competitive professional chess players who earn money at tournaments and that kind of thing. Yeah, men dominate that. Now, there's some reasons for that. First of all, women are often discouraged from, sports type of things. They're discouraged from activities like chess, and they're like, "Oh no, you gotta marry a man, you gotta be a housewife, and you gotta pop out a bunch of babies, and because women's role in society is they're just like, oh, you're just a breeding machine, and you gotta raise kids." Meanwhile, the men have the freedom to work their job and then they can go to chess tournaments, that kind of thing. So women are discriminated against in society and heavily discouraged from things like chess. Now, first of all, let's be real. Anyone can play chess, and I do mean just about anyone. Even the blind technically can that, but they kind of have to have memory of how it works and can still play in their head and shout out their moves. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is men and women can play chess, and I don't think men are better at chess than women. I don't think they are, but even if they were, that would be an interesting thing to study as to why. But FIDE is ridiculous. And really, here's what it is. They don't want trans people, they don't want transgender people to be in these tournaments because they don't want them to be winning tournaments and stuff. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't technically though the rules don't ban transgender people from competing in the open tournaments. So technically, maybe it doesn't really mean they have to quit professional chess because there's still the open tournaments where men and women play together, and that's what I would play in if I was like good enough to actually win tournaments. If I was good enough, compete. But I can't compete with these people who play speed chess with time clocks like that. But the thing is, if I could, I would join the open tournaments. But the fact that they're passing so many bizarre regulations, I heard similar things were happening in the game of darts, that men had a biological advantage at throwing darts. You can't make this stuff up. It's too weird. A woman a woman beat a man at chess. Solution: split the leagues. You know what? I heard about that. Gracie, I want sources on that. I totally want sources on that. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to paste into the chat here of the stream. Um, yeah, it's not showing up on the screen, but I mean that's totally fine. Wait, actually, okay, yeah. As it turns out, I yeah, it does show up on my other scene. It just doesn't show up on my camera only scene. That's funny. But anyway, so now I still have this story to write. I still have this story to write, and I'm gonna have to find a way to trim it down to 600 words. Um, but here's what I want to explain. I'm gonna explain this now in the stream, but I also want to explain it in my story that um, this is one of the things. Reading this article, when I first read this article, it's been a while and I forgot a lot of it. When I first read this article about FIDE and their ridiculous regulations, and it does sound like it jeopardizes the safety of transgender people. If they're going to be the chess organizations are going to be talking with each other. Oh well, this player is transgender. You better get them out of your tournament. This is very transphobic. It's kind of a weird thing. And I know people have different opinions on this, but I'm pretty sure a smart person, yeah. Um, wait, we have somebody else. Oh, we have a new, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let me just go back to desktop view so you can see this. Yeah. That's not the point. Women need their own tournaments because we need more women playing professionally. And my question for you, what if a international masterman can suddenly identify as a woman only to win big cash prizes on women-only tournaments? And that's a serious question. I don't mean any offense. Oh, yeah, yeah. You know what? Let me. Can you hear me now? Oh, okay. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so let me start over because I'm still working with the OBS studio. I've been setting up my scenes. I've been trying to do some stuff here. Okay, yeah. Let me read your comment again. I need to get this right. I want to get this perfect. I want to respond to this. That's not the point. Women need their own tournaments because we need more women playing professionally. And my question for you, what if an international man suddenly identify as a woman only to win big cash prizes on women only tournaments? And that's a serious question. I don't mean any offense. And then Gracie said, total troll post. Boo, I don't mean any offense. Lols. Yeah, okay. Okay, let me respond to both of you. Okay, so So that's a very interesting thing. So is this about money? Is this about money? Is that what this is about? Is money? Is this all about who gets the money? So Panda Play E is saying um, that yeah, like if an international master man, like let's say Levy Rosman, who's an international master. We all know who Levy Rosman is. Gotham chess, Levy Rosman, the man, the internet's chess teacher. Like, what if that guy was transgender, for the sake of this example, and then went and joined women's tournaments and got a lot of money? So, first of all, he would have no reason to do that. He would have no reason to do that. There would be no motivation for that to happen because these men can just as easily, if they're really that good at chess, they can make money winning tournaments everywhere. Like Magnus Carlsen, for instance. I mean, he's winning the Open tournaments. I'm pretty sure Levy's won some tournaments. There's all these chess player men winning these tournaments. I what you're trying to say is like that these men who were international masters, if they joined women's tournaments, that it would be easier for them uh, to earn money and win those tournaments. Do you really think that a man who's an international master is smarter than a woman international master? Like I'm being serious. I'm being serious here. If a international master man did identify as a woman and gender transition and then did join women's tournaments, are you saying they would have an advantage? Is that what you believe? So I want to give you a chance to respond. Do you really think that if Levy Rosman or another international master joined women's tournaments, that would be somehow unfair? Because that's what I want to know. Because I don't like I honestly, like, I'm just not. Yeah, that's what I'm not quite getting. I I mean, I don't really see the problem with that. Yeah, Gracie just saying that women are not safe for men being harassing them in their league. Okay, just saying that women are not safe for men being harassing them in their league. Huh. Yeah, so I don't know. See, here's what I think needs to happen. I think that there's first of all, I'm just not getting this because I feel like men and women can play chess equally well. Now, individual people have more talent. And if Magnus Carlsen had been born female, um, but still had that same autistic mind to just memorize positions and play bullet chess at high speed, it wouldn't matter what body parts you're born with. Having a penis or vagina doesn't make a difference in how good you play chess. So whether you have an international master or man, so you have some chess master who plays in open tournaments, then joining a women's tournament after they're transgender, that doesn't mean that they have an unfair advantage. And similarly, if a woman master from the women's tournaments who had just played in women only events then played in an open tournament of some kind, they wouldn't have an unfair advantage or disadvantage. You know, like I agree, Gracie. It's completely confusing. I just don't get it. Now, Panda Play, I'm not offended by your question at all. I'm just saying that it seems like you're a person who believes that men are smarter than women, and that, like, okay, now I don't know the gender or the sex of Panda Play. I don't know. And that's not relevant to what I'm about to say. But here's the thing: when someone says, "Oh, look, Gracie has another comment," okay, that's because men will always see a female transitioner as female. They won't accept him as a man. Huh. I don't see how it matters how someone sees you or whether they accept your identity. You're still going to kick their ass at chess, right? So what difference does it make? And this idea also that men are better at chess than women, that men are just smarter and therefore they can win chess more than women, that sounds like an idea that a man would have. That sounds like an idea that a man would have. And so it seems like an argument that a man would make up. This idea, well, men are smarter than the women, so if they go in the women's tournaments, they're just going to win all the time. It's that, yeah, Gracie, you agree with me. That sounds like something that some misogynist man would make up. This idea that this idea that men are better. That's all like it's made up of a man. Because is there a biological woman? Is there a cisgender woman who is genuinely afraid that men are going to beat them at chess and win all the money, and that they won't get the money because the smarter men are going to turn into women and win the money instead of them? Is that what they're afraid of? You know what? I have a solution for you then. Get a different career and play chess for fun. That's what I do. I play chess online a lot against the computer, against real people. I play chess for fun and not to win money. Um, in fact, you want to know what's really crazy? You want to know a very fun fact? Levy Rosman, who I mentioned earlier. Now, I follow him pretty closely in my limited time. A lot of his money doesn't even come from tournaments he's won, because tournaments are events and they're a lot of work. Um, but he has 5 million subscribers on YouTube. He has people who donate to him. He has a book out. He makes money through his chess courses and his book and by his subscribers and being a partner with YouTube and Twitch. He makes money from his streaming and his videos on social media. That's how he makes his money. It's not about whether he wins or loses chess, although he usually wins because he's really good. But Magnus Carlsen could beat even him. Heck, I could beat Levy Rosman. You think I'm kidding? I could, because all humans make mistakes. If you have two humans playing against each other in chess, it doesn't matter who's a man or who's a woman, not at all. If they both know the rules of chess, they can play. And all you need is to outsmart your opponent once. All you need to do is start threatening their pieces, and then you have multiple pieces that are threatened, and they have to make a move. And if they make a move that's slightly less than the best move, it's like, oh, there you go. Now I'm gonna fork your king and your queen. Gonna take your queen. You know, if I were to play 100 games with Levy Rossman, I would probably win maybe 5 of them, I think. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we have a new first time chatter here. Okay. But that's some link that's weird. I don't know what that link is about. I don't go to suspicious links. I'm not doing it. I don't trust it. Yeah, so that's kind of crazy. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, Gracie agrees with me. But yeah, anyone can beat anyone in chess. And I I do respect anybody's right to ask their question, and I'm not offended by Panda Play's question. But, oh, Gracie says it's an ad to buy Twitch subscribers. Gracie, why would I buy Twitch subscribers when I've got you? Right? Gracie, my biggest fan on my Twitch streams, and we talk outside. Um, by the way, Gracie, I haven't read all of your text messages yet. What I did is I got on the computer to, work on schoolwork. And I need to get back to writing my story. But I'm very grateful that you and the other people are commenting on this very important topic, because this topic is part of my story. It's part of how I got back into the world of chess. So now, you're gonna watch me, and you're gonna watch how this works. Let me switch back to desktop view. And here we are. Okay, so here, let me go back here. So here's where I was writing my story. Okay. Huh. The article detailed many opinions of people regarding whether transgender women should be allowed in women's only turn yeah well how about events, women's only events in official um uh, yeah in okay in women's only. Let's see. Yeah, well yeah, let's do tournaments. Okay, tournaments might be a better word. Tournaments. Chastity's opinion was not yet formed on the topic, but the controversy gave rise to her return to the game of chess. All her life, people had assumed that Chastity was a loser because she could not get a good paying job and behaved erratically in social settings. Even so, Chastity's intelligence was evident when she played chess. Are the rumors that people believe No, believe is a thought verb. Listen, okay, are the rumors true that people say? Do men have a biological advantage at the game of chess like they do in other sports? Hmm. This is a good question. Like this is some really good content here. If Chastity won chess, okay, if Chastity won at chess, was it only because she used to be a man? Let's see. Hmm. I don't know. I'm not sure here. Oh, I'm checking the comments. Grace, Grace says, "You're way too smart for this world. The only people that are acting erratically are the people that made you feel that way." Thank you, Gracie. I appreciate that. People are just mean. I mean, really, this is so wild. But do you see how that article, how it inspired me to get into the game of chess, and how it's inspiring me to write this story? Like this is really, really good stuff here. There was only one way to find out. People were full of, yeah, let's see, people had prejudice against transgender people already. And it was most likely that just as Chastity had been held back from job opportunities because nobody wanted to hire someone like her. Hmm. Listen, yeah. Okay. That just as Chastity had been held back from job opportunities because nobody wanted to hire someone like her. Wait, I need to split this in different senses. Okay, wait. The prejudice. Okay, yeah, the prejudice. Um. Okay, wait. The prejudice against transgender people. Um. uh, Held yeah, held Chastity back from job opportunities because no one wanted to hire someone who looked like her. But this time, no one could stop her from playing chess. It's from playing chess and improving at the game until even her enemies would respect the same incredible mind that Chandler had back when Hank and Jerry still lived. Let's see here. Oh, this is getting good. Like this is actually getting good. Wow. Yeah, I do. All you have to do is write your assignment persuasively and use the commentary provided by your professor. I'm sure he's very supportive. This whole thing is basically Nepo baby's fragility. Interesting. Wow. This story is turning out to be really good. I have a feeling it could even go viral. Who knows? It would be so awesome. I'm enjoying this is probably one of the best school assignments and the best streams. Because this whole thing is about chess. This whole thing is about chess. Oh wow. Not all hope for chastity was lost. It was lost her because some of her friend, friends so yeah, some of her chess friends had yeah, had died. But she was smart enough to make new friends and had a mission. She would overcome the prejudice of society by defeating them in a war of the mind. Defeating them in a game of the mind, because that's what chess is. Not only did chastity, did chastity vow to be a master of chess, but she also named her business Chastity's Chess. challenge. She would teach others to play chess. And then, yes, she would teach others to play chess. And then they too could break the shackles placed on those who wanted to imprison their bodies and minds from opportunities. My dearest friends, and let's see here. My dearest friends, and let's see. Felt my dearest friends, transgender sisters, and chess players. Yeah, my dearest friends. Let's see. My dearest friends. My dearest friends, transgender sisters, and chess players. We will overcome prejudice with pride. Yeah, my dearest friends, transgender sisters, and and ch chess players. We will overcome prejudice with pride. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is getting good. Oh wow. I'm trying to I need let's see. We will not allow others to define us or tell us who we are, nor discourage us from playing the world's greatest mind sport where all genders and races are equal. With every gift God gave me, and let's see, and everything I have learned, I will teach them to understand. Join me and let me show you the way of the chess warrior. Oh my god. Yeah. Trans. Not a word. I made it up. Transistor. Trans. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. 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 You like it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm good. This needs to end right. Chastity drafted a statement on her computer. She had a message to send to the to the underdogs who did not who who like her did not have the opportunities to the opportunities they deserved. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see here. Hmm. Ideas. Yeah. Because I'm trying to make. I need to make sure I do the dialogue right. Because well, it's okay. This isn't a dialogue. this is just an essay. This is just a quote. Yeah, well, Chastity wrote. Well, okay. Chastity wrote, "My dearest friends, transgender cis." Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I will still need to look into like make sure I'm doing it right for the assignment, and I'm gonna have to trim this down a lot. I'm gonna have to really trim it down a lot because I've got a lot of words. This is 994 words. Oh man, it's way over the 600 word requirement. I'm gonna have to trim out so much. I'm gonna have to trim out so much of this to submit it for the assignment. Wow. Oh, she wrote her experience of getting back into the game of chess and posted it to her chess.com account that still lives. That wasn't all, though, because Rocco also lived, and Ch- Chastity knew that the. Oh, wait, I can't say knew because that's a thought verb. And, yeah, Rocco also lived, and it and Chastity sent Rocco a message too, asking to arrange a time to meet over the chessboard, just like the good old days with Hank and Jerry. Yes, yes, because it ends with an action. Chastity sending Rocco a message. Oh, wow. This is actually, oh, look, it's sinking. It's trying to sink here. Oh man, this is good. This is some good stuff. This is really good stuff. Okay. I'm gonna copy paste this text. I'm totally gonna copy paste this text. And we're just going to have this be draft 2. Okay, so draft 2. Wait, the way I said Chastity sent Rocco a message. I don't need the word two in there. I don't need the word two in there. I don't need it. I don't need the word two in there. Chastity sent Rocco a message asking to arrange a time to meet over the chessboard, just like the good old days with Hank and Jerry. Yeah. Okay, yes. Yes. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Okay. Yeah, there's that. Wow. Oh yeah. Gracie says, love always wins. Hate always loses. Right on, Gracie. Right on. Oh man. Here I wrote an over a 900 word story when I was only supposed to write 600. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. This it's interesting how it's still taking a long time to sync. That's really weird the way it's doing that. But anyway, yeah. I wonder if my internet's acting weird just because, after all, I'm also streaming. So here's the thing. It's time to go to chess.com. Let's see. We're going to go to, let's see, social blogs. Yeah. I'm going to create a post on chess.com. Why is there a green square right there? Why is there a green square in my on my profile picture? That's kind of strange. That's just bizarre. I don't know why that green square is there. I'll fix that later though. For right now, here's what I need to do. I'm going to take this 6-word story progress flag. That's going to be my image that has that statement. Okay, this so here's yeah. Yes, we will overcome prejudice with pride. Okay, now here's where I will capitalize this. We will overcome prejudice with pride. See, when I capitalized it for the image, it was almost like it was a title. It was like a title. It was really freaky. So so here's the thing. There may be typos. There may be typos. There may be things that are not perfectly accurate in the story. But while I'm still streaming, I'm just going to go ahead and post this. If I need to edit it later, I can. But I have the image. I designed the image to submit for the 6-word story. And I'm gonna post it as it is on chess.com like this before I even try to cut it down for to be within the 600 word requirement. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And also, I wonder why is there a green square? Oh wait, it's funny how there's not a green square when I go here. So why was there a green square on the previous page? Okay, Chastity's chess chapters. We will overcome prejudice with pride. Okay, nice. But okay, I need to make sure my blog is properly edited. Let's see here. My blog. Yeah, all members. Yeah. Let's see here. How do I? That's weird. I don't. That's weird. You know what? Okay, now I like that symbol, but why is it doing this? Like, It's really strange. You know what I'm going to do though? I mean, I like, but I don't know why it's showing up that way. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change it to my chessboard image. I can always change it back later if I want. But let's go to Chastity's chess sets. Let's go to the Chastity SVG Meredith set, and let's just do this image here. There it is. Now it has my chessboard that I designed, the same one that's on my desktop background. Oh wait, my about me. Okay, this is good. I stream chess and I'm up for a challenge from those who dare to play me. Because you know I love the players and you love the game. Now that's good. That's really, really good. So that's absolutely great. But it's time. Yeah, that yeah, yeah, this statement here. Yeah, that's gonna be my bio. So I'll take off the quotes. It's just my it's just gonna be my bio statement. Yeah, yeah, my dearest friends, transgender sisters and chess players, we will overcome prejudice with pride. We will not allow others to define us or tell us who we are, nor discourage us from playing the world's greatest mind sport, where all genders and races are equal. With every gift God gave me and everything I have learned, I will teach you to understand. Yeah, join me and let me show you the way of the chess warrior. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, okay. I'm in, I'm really inspired now. Oh man, this is great. So I just totally updated my bio. Now let me just go to my profile. Oh man. Oh man. I totally that's a great little bio there. Hey, you know what I need to do? Okay. Oh well, I'm having I still don't know why it's syncing like this way though. It's still acting a little funky. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's doing that. But anyway, let me look at the comments here. Prejudice will fail. Their false pride makes bigots overconfident. Yeah, Gracie, providing the good commentary as always. Gracie has the best commentary. Okay, so here we go. Time to go back to livechess.org. It's time to go back to live. Ooh, I have some moves to make. Let's make my chess move. Let's see how this goes here. This is kind of a hard game that's going on right here. Yeah, this is kind of weird. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of that knight. Yeah, so that's what happened is they moved that pawn there. Yeah, this is a little strange. Just a little bit strange here. Because I need to get this queen moved somewhere different. Um, okay, if I move the queen here, the enemy queen can take it. But then I'll capture it back with the pawn, so it's no loss at all. That's fine. That's totally fine. Okay, so now it's time to go to my profile. And okay, I had a good bio. I had a good bio here, but I it's not as dramatic as what I just came up with. Oh, okay. It cuts it off. It has a character limit. Okay, so I'm gonna copy part of it. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah. It's I can't see my cursor like that. Okay, yeah. Yes. Yes. All right. Okay. I will show you the way of the chess warrior. Yeah, just edit a little bit because it cut it off. There's too many characters. Yeah. All right, there we are. So now I have updated my profile on LiveChess and Chess.com. My dearest friends, transgender sisters, and chess players, we will overcome prejudice with pride. We will not allow others to define us or tell us who we are, nor discourage us from playing the world's greatest mind sport, where all genders and races are equal. With every gift God gave me and everything I have learned, I will teach them to understand. I will show you the way of the chess warrior. Oh yeah. Man, feeling good. Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? That there's something else I need to do. Yeah, 'cause look. I know how I have the love story here, the love story of the light and darkness. Yeah, that is the Oh yeah, this doesn't actually have the Okay, it's time for a new. Okay, we need to do a new post here. Because what we need to do. Yeah, okay. This post that I just posted on chess.com needs to also be on my live chess blog. Okay. Yeah, well, the formatting is a little bit weird. Huh. Let's see here. Okay, let me turn on Markdown and then view it. Oh, that's nah. Yeah, let's get rid of Markdown. I'm just gonna it's not formatted exactly right like the way I want it to be, but let me just yeah, I'm probably not doing this right. I'm probably not doing this quite right like the way I'm supposed to do this. I don't yeah. Well, I yeah, I mean I can edit it later. I can totally edit it later, but I'll just have the same title. We will overcome prejudice with pride. Okay. A history of getting back into the game of chess. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is at the end of it, I'm going to insert the image. We're going to take the image here. Yes, there it is. There it is. Okay. Oh, it's a chess capture. Okay. Select the topics your post is about. Well, it's about chess, and it's about Well, we'll go with strategy. Tournament. Yeah, but it's also off topic too. It's about many things. Save draft. Oh, I have to solve the check. Okay. The white to checkmate in one move. I have to solve the captcha here. Oh, well, that's not hard. That's checkmate. Yep. Okay. Well, yeah, okay. I'll I'll reselect this same image here. We will overcome prejudice with pride. Oh, how interesting. Oh, I see how it is. It's gonna cut, I need to move the text to the left. Okay, I have to move the text to the left or it's gonna cut it off. Okay, so let me do that. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to I'm gonna open Inkscape here, and I'm going to open it so that I can re-export it. I export it as a JPEG file because that's the file format the professor requested. But for the purpose of just getting it on this post, I'll just do a PNG file. I mean, I don't know why not. Okay, so opening it up in Inkscape. Okay, yeah. Okay, actually, let me make two edits to this. First of all, the spacing between the words here for the text here. Let's make the spacing be 1.045. Okay, yeah, that's just slightly better. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to have the location of it. Let's move it over to 1000. Yes, 1000 is good. And then let's see here. The text will be, okay, it's pretty good the way it is, honestly. Yeah, okay, that's what we'll do. We'll have it be this way. But see, now it's moved over a little bit. So let's try this. I'm going to export it, but it's going to be, we want to make sure that, yeah, like, why is it, yeah, that's just weird, man. Yeah, I want it to go to the correct location here. I don't know why in the world it's doing this weird thing. Like, like, it doesn't make it easy to navigate it. Like, I have to, in order to see, that goes to different documents. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna save it to the desktop, and I'll move it to the right place. Okay. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just going to export it here, progress flag. Okay, to the desktop. Wait, no, I only meant to do the page, not the entire. Okay, yeah, let's redo that. And then what we'll do is we will select the image. We'll just select it from the desktop because that's where it is. It's just weird here. Okay, see, now it shows up. That's much better. That's much better. That's gonna look great. Okay, I like that. Now it's perfect. Yeah, that's real good. And then what I'll do is, since I updated it there, I think what I'll do is I will simply, well, if it's going to be there, it doesn't need to be at the end of this post too. So we will enable the comments and publish on it on the blog. Okay, yeah, we're going to submit it. Okay, we will overcome prejudice with pride. Now, you know what this means, Gracie? This means you can go to my livechess.org profile and you can even comment on this post. Yeah. The formatting is a little bit awkward because I have not the formatting looked great inside my Simple Note app. Then when you know how when you copy paste something, then it doesn't quite look right. It just kind of looks wonky. That's a little bit weird. That's really weird how that is. Huh. Oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot of work on it for sure. But oh man. Oh wow. Maybe last word could be progress or diversity or love. Not sure, just an idea. You know what? Progress would not. Yeah, we will overcome prejudice with progress. Actually, that wouldn't be bad. Yeah. And Gracie says the downfall of prejudice is already upon us. The bigot's false sense of superiority belies the weak cornerstone upholding it. Knowledge, truth, compassion, and understanding will prevail, elevating all to previously unimaginable diversity, equality, equity, and belongingness in beautiful egalitarian outcomes in the progress of life. Oh man. Okay. Come on, guys. You know that nobody makes commentary like Gracie. I'm so glad you stayed with me, Gracie, through this outrageous stream. So here's the thing. My stream title says Chastity's Chess Challenge on livechess.org. And somehow I did end up back on livechess.org, in spite of the fact that I spent so much time on this school assignment. And I still have more work to do, don't get me wrong. But here's the simple fact of the matter. There is no better way to end a stream than with a game of chess. There's just no better way to end it. So let me go to some let me go to some desktop, and you see how I have a scene called Live Chess 2? When I go to Live Chess 2, you'll see how this is. I customized the size of the chat here and my camera, and I put the title just below my camera. So here's the thing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I'm taking my browser off of its full screen mode and just doing it in a smaller window here. So I can still access the web browser. That's the thing about it, but it doesn't take up the whole screen. So here's the thing is I'm going to finish this stream. I'm going to do this. I can still read your comments, Gracie. Yeah. I can still read your comments. And let me just make sure that this is all right. So it shows the web browser in the middle here. It shows my current games that I'm in here. But now that it's in a lower view mode, it's going to look different. But I'm going to try to play a chess game here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a chess game here. And now you can hear me, which is great. And I can see Gracie's comments down at the bottom, very real small, but also bigger in the main chat box on the right. Okay, that's good. So here's the thing. Let's go to the lobby. Let's find a game. Ooh, here we are. We're in a game. Here we go. Queen's pawn. That's my move. That's the thing I do, man. Okay. Get the get the bishop over here. That's the accelerated London. That's kind of what I do here. Oh, that's odd. I don't usually see them get this bishop here. Just kind of unusual. Oh, but I don't want to move my knight here. At least not right now anyway. This is just weird. Let's just see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. Yay. Yeah. Gracie's like, yay, go Chastity's chess. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Now that they move the pawn there, that bishop no longer will attack my knight if it goes there. Okay, this is great. This is great, Gracie. I'm having a good time. I don't know about you, but I'm having a great time here. I'm working on my school assignment. I wrote this story, but now I'm also here playing a game of chess because that's what it's all about. Actually, let's see here. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You get your queen pawn out, you get your bishop out, you get your knights moved out, and you shake it all about. You do the chessboard pokey and you turn the game around. That's what it's all about. Like, what? What? What am I singing? What am I even singing? Okay, I'm laughing too hard to play the game. uh, oh man. Okay, this is great. So this is weird here. Okay, this is gonna be strange. I'm just gonna go with it, and we're just gonna see. Let's try to do the delayed Queen's Gambit. Let's see if that pawn will take that pawn. Also, the username I'm playing against, Springtime 1978. I bet that person was born in 1978. I'm betting that's what it is. Yeah, this needs to be full duplex. I'd be singing too, right? Oh, this is great. Yeah, this is just great. Also, I'm gonna close my Simple Note app because I don't need that open right now. Oh, that's weird. Oh, it's well, okay, that's weird. I'll deal with that later after I end the stream. But my Simple Notes app is just acting a little funky. Okay, so here we go. Um, the knight's there. It wants to take my bishop. I'm gonna move the bishop back here. That's what I'm gonna do. So if the knight does take my bishop, I'll be able to capture it back with the pawn. That's what it did. See, now I'll be able to get the rook. See, that's why you move the bishop back. I learned that from Levy Rosman, the world's internet chess teacher. It's just a helpful trick. Just he says, rock the bishop back. And then when they take it, capture back with the pawn, you get your rook out, and you shake it all about. That's what it's all about. Oh, this is great. Oh man. Okay, so what are they gonna do now? Oh, nice little emoji or whatever that is. That's pretty cool. Wow, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Oh, I see. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do is I need to get something going here. Okay, so see, I don't know what the enemy king is gonna do. but I need to be prepared for, whatever's going to happen here. But let's get, okay, I'm going to move the bishop right here. And that's because then it guards both this square and this square. So if anything suspicious happens on either of those squares, also I got out of the way of the king. So if the king wants to castle on this side, it can do so. But I don't really feel motivated to castle on this side because I want to be able to get my rook out here. That's kind of like what I'm aiming for now. You know what I'm saying? Now that I was able to get this pawn out of the way. So we're gonna see what my opponent does here. This is an incredible game. Hey, you know what? I need to go get myself some caffeine. It's what I need to do. I'm gonna turn off my camera for a sec. I'll be back. Oh, looks like my opponent still hasn't moved. That's crazy. They still haven't moved. But I love this layout. What about you, Gracie? What do you think about it? I've got the entire browser in like phone size screen mode. Yeah, Yeah, super dope caffeinated blitz. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, this is crazy because they still haven't moved for a few minutes. Maybe that's why they set such a big time control. They wanted to think through every move very carefully. But I like my layout because I've got my camera in the upper left. I got the title. Yeah, thanks. Gracie loves the layout because see, the middle of the screen is meant to look like a cell phone. It's meant to look like a cell phone sized rectangle. That's what I was going for when I did that. And then I figured, well, we have a similarly sized chat window on the right, so you can see Gracie's chats. Like Gracie gives me such the good commentary, and that's why I have to have the chat window because Gracie just keeps leaving comments and just keeps dropping so much wisdom. Like Gracie is like the wise sage of my chess streams, I swear. But then again, she's older than I am. She's like the old wise Yoda of the Chess Wars series. Oh man. And see, I don't play on chess.com very much these days because light chess is the future. It's free, it's open source, it doesn't have pop-ups wanting you to pay for a premium membership. But don't get me wrong, chess.com, we owe chess.com a lot of service because it's brought a lot of the grandmasters and international masters into the online chess scene. So it's still a great site. It's just not my favorite. Okay, let's see here. They finally moved. And so now I need to figure out what I'm going to do about this. See, if I capture this, then the bishop has a chance to get out here and do damaging stuff, and I don't really like that idea very much. Um, but it's also not the worst thing in the world either. Let's do this. Yeah, let's just get this thing out here. Wait a minute. I thought of something even cooler. I thought of something. So let's look at this. Let's put the bishop there and capture a pawn. Let's do that and see if the rook captures my bishop, then my rook comes and takes the rook. So I've sacrificed the bishop to capture the enemy rook. That's what I've done. See, this is some high level chess because we have where people are taking their time to think of the move, not just rushing it. Because it's like I almost got that pawn with that pawn. But see, that's what my opponent's doing. They're doing the right thing, is what they're doing. They're trying to, oh, they moved the king. Okay. Huh. All right, I can accept that. I'm still going to sacrifice the bishop to capture the rook. By putting the king in check, the king is going to capture the bishop, and then I still capture the enemy. Wait, what? Okay, now I'm confused. They didn't actually capture it. They just moved. Like, what are they doing? I I gotta admit it. I did not see that one coming. Okay, let's do that. Wait. Oh, what the hell am I even doing? Why did I do that? I don't even know why I did that. Guys, okay, I messed up there. That was not right. That was so not right what I did there. Oh, there were better moves. I made big boo boo. I should have just captured the rook and just traded rooks. Why did I still sacrifice that bishop? That was just wrong of me. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. But it's funny how they just like kept moving their king. Like I, I messed up though. I didn't need to lose that bishop like that. That was dumb. Why did I do something so dumb? Hey, but let's be real. I am really, really tired. I am tired, so I'm not thinking of this. See, I haven't drank my caffeine yet. That's what it is. I will blame my if I lose this game, I'm blaming it on lack of caffeine. But remember, it's a good stream regardless of whether you win or lose because it's still a game. And I'm having fun with my friend Gracie. That's what this stream is about. Having fun with my followers on Twitch and playing some chess and I even wrote that huge 900 word essay. That was so cool. Okay, so now let's castle queenside. You say Gracie says I feel like Mrs. Robinson. Who's Mrs. Robinson? You mean like Mrs. Robinson from Swiss Family Robinson? Is that the Robinson you're talking about? I don't know. What a wild chess game. Wait, it's a song I'm trying to post to URL, but you can't do it. It won't let you paste the URL? That's strange. Does like Twitch say you're not allowed to? Why does it say that? That's weird. Okay, so they put the bishop there. But now I will move the rook there. So that I can't move the bishop because it would put him in check. I got a tiny URL. Huh. Hey, maybe, well, regardless, you should be able to like send it to me later, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not sure. That we may have workarounds. We may have workarounds. If it, huh? If it's a song that you have, maybe I'll be able to download it later on and then include it as music in the next stream if I can't include it in this one. Oh, okay, I see. They did that there. So, okay, so what we're gonna do now is okay, I'm gonna move the knight there. I have a plan. I don't know if my plan's any good, but nonetheless, I still have a plan. That's the important thing here. And my opponent is playing in this bizarre way, but I like this way. It looks like a cell phone rectangle in the center of the screen. I did that intentionally. I put it in the center and I tried to size it just right. It's like, wait, it has to fit within this exact dimensions. I did some work tonight on that because I want the perfect layout. And you know what? I think I found it. I think I found the perfect layout because I can show myself. I can have the chat nice and big, but also small down there. I have it in two places, you know, and I also, if I wanted to use the bottom left space there for something different, I could put something different there if I need to put something different there. There's no reason I can't adjust it as needed. Oh, okay, I see. That's a little strange. Huh. Okay. Yeah, that's a little weird. Oh well. Let's get this other knight here. Oh, tiny URL. Okay, Gracie put it in the chat. Now I can't click the link right now because obviously I'm playing a chess game and I don't want to lose the chess game because I leave the page and it kicks me off the game. I don't want that, but maybe after the game's over, I will see what the song is. Maybe that's what we'll do. Okay, let's see here what we got going on. Wow, this is, yeah, okay, let's advance the pawn. Yeah, we're gonna advance this pawn here now. We're just gonna see how this goes. I don't know how it's gonna go. I've never seen a game quite like this. It's just kind of bizarre. It's just weird. I don't usually see this kind of play. It's just like this bizarre thing I've never seen. I've never seen a game go like this before. It's funny. So anyway, so now we're going to put this. Yeah, we're gonna put this pawn here. Yeah, the king moved again, so that changes things a little bit. Yeah, what's gonna happen now? What is even happening? What a game. Yeah, because here's what I'm thinking. That bishop will probably um actually wait. The pawn can capture. Okay, that was not even smart. That was not smart. I'm not sure. I had a whole different thing in mind happening. Now that the king is moved, it kind of changes things anyway a little bit too. But yeah, that was just weird. Yeah, that was weird, man. Like, yeah, this is. Yeah, I messed up on this one. Yeah, I totally messed up on this one. Because now, yeah, I don't know. I messed up, but I made some blunders here. This is just weird. Oh, this is such a bizarre game. I made some mistakes I shouldn't have made here. And they sure are taking their time to think too. That's the thing is they set a time limit of like 40 minutes on each side, but then they take like 2 minutes for each of those moves, which I respect that. I totally respect that because that's a way to make better moves. In fact, they're taking more time than I am. Maybe they're making better moves because I'm rushing it because I already think I know the best move and that can be my weakness. I think I already know what the best move is. So I think, oh, well, I'll just make this. Huh. What a bizarre game. Hmm. I wonder if they're ever gonna move. Oh, okay. That was a little strange. I was wondering if they were ever gonna move. I'm kind of glad they did move. Like, I don't know, man. Kind of strange. Okay, now I did that. Okay, so they did that, and then I do that. Yep. The queen will probably capture this pawn. I think that's what the queen's going to do. Because that pawn, wait, oh no, they won't. See, I didn't even notice. My own queen protects that pawn, so they're not going to capture that. Oh, they went there. That's a bit unusual. Huh. Well, what do I think about that? They're threatening to take my queen. Well, I'm thinking I'm just gonna move the queen. I don't really want them to capture it. Yeah, I'm just gonna move the queen over here. Then, of course, they will be able to capture that pawn, that's true. But I wasn't really ready to trade queens right now. It just wasn't what I felt like doing. I'm so curious to see what move they're going to do here. Like, this position is quite funny. But seriously, I'm going to end this stream after I finish this chess game. And I'm going to go back to cutting down my assignment until it's only 600 words. Okay, well, I'll put the king in check. Okay, so now the king's in check, but now what's my next plan? I don't have a next plan, to be quite honest with you. I don't really know. I don't have a plan, guys. I'm just gonna put the king in check again there and see what becomes of it. I mean, why not? This is bizarre, man. The king has limited places to go to. When you don't know what else to do, put your opponent in check to give yourself more time to figure it out. That's my strategy. Sometimes I don't know. It's like I'll buy myself time while my opponent's thinking. Check the king, don't look away. Every move a new display. Checkmate in shadows, night and day. On this board where minds betray. Chastity moves with the pawns, strategy in every glance. The opponent tries to break her calm. In the silence, warriors dance. Okay, wow, man, this is pretty freaky. To be quite honest with you, this is kind of a freaky game. Like, okay, so gonna put the king in check here while also still threatening this bishop vaguely here. Because the king has to go back and forth between these two rows. See, now I'm in a position where I can keep putting the king in check while capturing pieces along the way. Oh, I see. So that's how it's going to be. They're going to get the queen into the action. Well, I'm not so sure how I feel about that, to be honest. Hmm. Well, see, I could try to trade queens, but I don't really think that's to my advantage right now to do so. Maybe what I should do, because I can't go there or there. I don't want to go along any of those places, really. Okay, I'm just gonna bring the queen back here. It looks weird, but then I can capture this pawn the next turn. Like, it's actually kind of strange, man. How weird. Like, this is weird, man. This game is just what are they gonna do? The suspense is killing me here. I, okay, my prediction, because I like to predict things in chess. My prediction is that this queen is going to go and they're going to capture my pawn. That's my prediction. And then after they do that, I still have to have a plan. I have to think of something to do. Yeah. Okay. So get this. So after the queen captures this pawn, then the knight will come here. And when it does, then it will be forking the queen and the bishop at the same time. So the queen will want to get away from the attack because the queen won't want to give itself up. So then the queen will probably put me. Wait, the queen can't put me in check by taking this pawn because the knight will be guarding that pawn. See, so the queen will capture this pawn because this pawn truly is unguarded. But see, this leads to a situation here because the location of that pawn kind of leads the queen to not be able to come up here because see, the queen's up there right now. See, that's the thing going on. So it's weird. So we'll see. But first, we have to wait and see whether my opponent will move, or will they just run out of time and lose the game on time? Because they have 16 minutes left and they just take forever to make their moves. So, but let's just see, Gracie. We should make a bet. on something. Let's see. Will the queen go and capture that pawn that I pointed with the arrow? Will it capture that pawn? Are my powers of prediction correct? Because I usually have some pretty good powers of prediction when it comes to the game of chess. The trouble is that even if I can predict what my opponent's going to do, I don't always know why they're going to do it and what they've got up their sleeve, and then what moves I make also factor in. So you can't predict the future that well, but I like to make predictions anyway. And when I'm right, then oh, they did something radically different. They just moved that queen there. Hmm. So now I can't capture this pawn yet. That would be weird. So, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm still going to move this knight right here because I realize it's such a good move for a lot of different reasons. So I feel like it's a solid thing to do. So now let's see what they'll do. What will they do in response to this? Because they can't move the pawn because the knight's in front of it. And they can't move this bishop this way. They can only move the bishop this way. But as soon as they move the bishop, then my rook comes here, takes their rook, if it wants to. Well, actually, my rook would probably take their rook, just get the fact that I don't want their rook coming down here, so it's better to trade rooks. But I still have two of their bishops to take down. And I'm at the material disadvantage because I accidentally gave up my bishop earlier and made a dumb move. So we'll see. Oh, okay. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to capture this rook with my rook. That is what I will do. Because I can't let that rook, under any circumstances, live and go down there. So now that the rook is gone, there's nothing to stop me from killing this bishop with my queen and putting the king in check again here. So that's, okay, that ain't bad. That's really not bad. Ooh, now they put the queen in the way. But now that the queen is moved there, that means I can, yeah, so I can totally just capture this pawn now. So now I'm able to start capturing pieces and they can't stop me. So how about, hmm, yeah, okay, let's capture this pawn too. Let's just capture some pawns here. I mean, why not? Oh, wait, they resigned? Oh, they resigned. They just totally resigned. They just gave up. They realized that I was going to win at that point, and they just resigned. Okay, perfect stream. I wrote this huge thing and for my school assignment, and I'm going to cut it down. So I need to end the stream. But thank you for all your comments, Gracie. It's been amazing. Yep, rage quitting. That's what they did. They just gave up. This was a good stream. It was good. It was fabulous. So thanks you again for joining me, Gracie. Now I'm gonna go